Good morning and welcome to the Biznation Breakfast Club with me, Henry Winter. Pretty good, eh? First, on to this week's top story. Rap superstar and business mogul Jay-Z has sold half of his champagne brand, Amande de Brignac, otherwise known as Ace of Spades, to luxury goods giants LVMH. The M in LVMH stands for Moet, as in Moet and Chandon, so the company is no stranger to bottles of fizz. It also owns Dom Perignon and Krug, which are priced at a similar level to Ace of Spades, i.e. they're bloody expensive. Ace of Spades is intended to act as a gateway to a wider market for LVMH compared to what they can currently access with their existing older brands, while the luxury giant hopes to use its international distribution network and experience to accelerate the overall business. If you listen to some of Jay-Z's older work, you would be forgiven for thinking he was a fan of another brand that makes gold champagne bottles, Crystal. However, back in 2006, the head of Crystal made some pretty negative comments about rappers buying their champagne, and Jay-Z accused him of being racist. After that, the rapper switched his focus to Ace of Spades and became the 100% owner in 2014. And looking at the brand's rapid expansion since Jay-Z's involvement, we're pretty sure the guys at Crystal still haven't got over it. Tough. And Jay-Z's business involvement doesn't stop there. A firm he invested in last year, along with Oprah Winfrey, is looking to IPO. Oatly is a vegan milk maker, and their signature drink, unsurprisingly, is oat milk. Which begs the question, how do you milk an oat?
They mix it with water.
Anyway, they also offer plenty of other plant-based ice creams and yogurts too. Well, the IPO announcement was made on Tuesday, and it's understood that Oatly is targeting a valuation as high as $10 billion. This will be used to fund the continuing growth of the company, as well as allowing existing investors to make an exit. In private equity investing, that is investing in stocks that can't be bought and sold on public markets like the London Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq, investors generally expect to have their money tied up for a long time. When a company IPOs, not only does it give an opportunity for new investors to buy stock for the first time, but it also allows existing investors an opportunity to sell or exit their positions and finally cash in on gains that they might have been sitting on potentially for years. It seems the fortunes of WeWork, the shared office space company, have finally changed for the better. Now, 18 months ago, the company was on the brink of bankruptcy. It saw its valuation plummet, its CEO evicted, and its IPO plans hit a brick wall. And this was all before the pandemic. Now, however, the company could be about to join the ever-growing list of businesses going public via SPAC. And the CEO, who was kicked out, Adam Newman, could walk away with $500 million in cash for a quarter of his stake in the company. It's not all rosy though, as a legal fight between Newman and SoftBank, the company's largest shareholder, which stepped in to save the business back in 2019, is still ongoing. What's more, the SPAC deal would reportedly value WeWork at $10 billion, a far cry from the $47 billion valuation that SoftBank fueled prior to the failed IPO attempt. WeWork has had more than its fair share of controversies over the years, so it'll be interesting to see where this one ends up. Let's start this next story with a question. Wrong song? Well, if you're watching Beyonce, which I'm sure you are, she loves the show, it looks like the UK's top listed companies have been listening to you. Sort of. In a UK government-backed review, it's been found the number of women on the boards of the UK's top 350 companies, which comprises the FTSE 100 and FTSE 250, has risen from 21% in 2015 to just over a third in 2021, a 50% increase. There are also no longer any all-male boards in the top 350 companies, although it should be noted that there are 16 one-and-done firms. These are basically companies which only have one female on the board to fill a quota. And even though it's fantastic to see more women on boards, there's still a lot of work to be done regarding gender equality in the business world. The report showed that just 29% of leadership roles are held by women. That's only up around 5% from 2017. And finally, there have been many shortages during the pandemic, from PPE to antibacterial gel to toilet roll, but it's the global shortage of semiconductors that is causing a stir at the moment. Why? Well, among other things, they're a key component of the supply chain for the highly sought after PlayStation 5. And with the demand for those semiconductors rising in many other industries too, they've become very hard to get hold of. Jim Ryan, the CEO and president of Sony, says he expects there to be an improvement in the supply chain in the coming months, and fingers crossed That'll bring an improvement in the supply of the console, although he didn't rule out the chance of them not being able to meet full demand by the next holiday season. Speaking of which, does anyone want to buy a PS4? No? Well, that's all we have time for this week here at the Biznation Breakfast Club. If you haven't already signed up to our weekly newsletter, then do. Just go to biznation.co.uk, pop in your email, and that's it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.